Hi everyone, it's Eric from ecomma12.blogspot.com and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Nokia Lumia 735. Now, big thanks must go over to Nokia, who sent me this over to review. They actually got in contact with me and said that they wanted to see my opinions on their budget smartphones. So, I thought obliged to do so. I thought I'd give one of their newer handsets a go. This one literally just came out just recently, about a month or two ago, so this is one of their newer budget smartphones. And also, I'm really quite surprised with some of the specifications on this, but we'll get to that later as we actually unbox this. So, here's the front of the box, and what colour have we got? It looks like, there we go, we got another orange colour right here, so I'm very keen to see how that will look. Because what's interesting about this, that ceramic, that sort of like stainless steel band that goes around the circumference of the smartphone is not included here, so I want to see how this actual material feels when it's all around sort of like the edges of my fingers, so it should be a very nice comfortable material used. Now, it's got a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, and it's also got wireless charging, etc. Not many specifications on here, but I'll list them as I unbox the smartphone. So, let's actually get it unboxed. And here we go. Here's the handset itself. Let's just pull that off. We'll put this to one side, take a quick look at everything else in the box, then we'll get back to that in a minute. So, here is the battery. And let's see what we got here. What milliamp hour is this? This is a 2220 milliamp hour battery, so that should be a decent capacity. We'll put that in the smartphone soon. We'll just lay that right there. And over here we've got wireless charging, lets you know some of the products you can get that will wirelessly charge this device. And over here we've got a quick start guide right here to teach you how to get the handset up and running. And on this side we should get presumably the chargers, which we do. We've got a full-size USB to micro USB connector just right over here. And what we've also got on this side is the actual charger, so it's nice and compact as well, just goes right in. So yep, really nice design, and that's everything we get inside the box. Let's take a quick look at the actual handset now. So wow, it feels very light, obviously because the battery's not in. There we go. And wow, that's actually very interesting. It has got more of a satiny glossy feel rather than a matte texture that the other ones have been getting, which is really quite interesting, really. I really do like that feeling. It's got very, very interesting feel to it in the hand. So, that's great, good first impressions. Here's the battery. Let's take off the back and I'll actually show you this as well. And this says, judging by the looks of it, it wants me to pull... Okay, now I apologise for the cut in the video, but this was really not quite easy to do it behind camera. I really had to take this and hold this in the front. So, this is how you take the back off, and what you basically see is just this part of the phone, really. And this actually is very kind of strange to actually be feeling right here. But what you actually got over here is, this is obviously shows you the Qi technology, the wireless Qi charging technology, so you can charge the phone, and this is the bit of the tech that allows you to do it. And over here is the bit at the back where we insert the battery, so let's do that right now. And also there is where you'd put the SIM card right there, and looks like it takes a nano SIM card, and there's a micro SD card slot right there as well, and that can accept up to a 128GB SD card, which is good. And it has got an internal memory of 8GB as well. So let's put this back on. I'm not sure how I like that really, actually, the way it comes on and off, but hey, you're not going to take it off much, are you, when you actually get the smartphone. So let's power it on, see if there's any charge left. Okay, the phone's starting up, and I'm going to actually let you know some of the specifications right now, because you'll really be quite surprised. Now, this does have a clear black display like the other Nokia Lumias. It also has Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which is the latest version of Corning Gorilla Glass, so this should be very nice and durable. And it's also, get this, you know this will have a 1280 by 720 display resolution, considering it is a budget smartphone, so that's good on its own. But this also has an AMOLED capacitive touchscreen. That is just amazing. Now, AMOLED screens normally come on much more high-end devices here, but no, you're getting it with this smartphone, which is like just a budget smartphone, so that really, really impresses me, that does. And here is the smartphone, literally the blacks, you can't even realize that on the screen. It makes these all look like they're floating. Seriously, it does. It's really, really impressive for a budget, more of a budget-end handset like this to actually get an AMOLED screen. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the setup procedure and come back to you when I'm on the home screen to give you a quick first look. Okay, the handset's all set up, so let's take a quick look at it. Now, here is the screen, and I'm going to tell you, this screen looks absolutely phenomenal, especially for the price. You've heard me not really mention the price in this video because I've actually got it in the actual title, so that pretty much tells you right there. £220 will get you this smartphone, and the impressions I'm getting of this, yes, the build quality is not as good as what you'd get with the other smartphones, but so far, what I'm actually sort of like experiencing just by actually swiping between the screens and just by actually interacting with the handset, this feels like a much more expensive smartphone. I've used obviously the Nokia Lumia 930 and the 820, and this feels like it's very similar to the performance with them. And what's actually interesting is that unlike the other smartphones, where they're actually like touch-sensitive buttons are actually on this area, this is actually more like similar to Android, where they're actually on the screen. So they're actually on-screen buttons, and to tell the truth, I prefer that. As I've been using Android for so long, I'm actually used to that. So this makes me feel right at home, at least with these buttons right here. And the screen looks absolutely lovely. You can actually see the orange surround going around this phone when you're looking at it like this, and it just goes so well with the orange colors that are on these sort of live tiles that update with live information. And since this is the latest version of Windows Phone, you can actually tap and create folders as well, which is really quite nice. I really do like that they've actually implemented that. And overall, it just looks so nice so far. The build quality, I'm actually having second thoughts of as I've been going along and using this. But let's hope I get used to it, and I'll give you my final thoughts and conclusions to all this, obviously in my full review. You can expect HD video tests, camera tests, also a gaming performance test with this handset as well as the videos go on. And this also has a quad-core 1.2 GHz processor, which is really quite surprising. And this can capture 1080p Full HD video as well, which is great. And it's also got a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, which is really quite interesting. And it's also got on the back a 6.7 megapixel camera with a Carl Zeiss lens. It's got really nice optics, and it's also got obviously autofocus in there and LED flash, as you can see right over there as well. And yeah, it's got NFC, all the stuff you'd expect. And I'm really quite so far impressed with what you're getting right here. This handset so far looks really lovely, and I'm really looking forward to actually giving it a test run and actually testing it out. Please stay tuned for my future coverage of this smartphone, as I'm going to definitely cover as much as I can. Thanks very much for watching. Please follow me on my social networks. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Google+. And I'll see all of you next time. Take care.